Hello! Welcome to week 2 of the BPL Draft League. Um, this is our matchup for the week. We are going up against Grimmetz, who has a Terra Sneasler, which is a horrifying threat. He's also got the option to run Snow and Slush Sweeper with Terra Beartick, which is pretty threatening. Mega Pidgeot was something I was kind of concerned about going into this because my team is a little bit flying weak. I was mildly concerned with Serena because it walls my Basculegion pretty well. And then Archaludon was also a big concern, but my biggest and most threatening concern was the Terra Sneasler with the Tapu Lele combo. I originally went into this matchup assuming the Sneasler would be, oh god, I don't remember exactly what I assumed it would be. I thought it was going to be either ground or flying. I think those were my two concerns. But yeah, basically it was like I really didn't know how I was going to stop Sneasler, so a lot of my prep kind of went just to like having strategies to stop Sneasler. Which in hindsight may have been a mistake. I win slightly in the speed tiers as I do, but it's also to Sneasler with Unburden and Terrain, so it's not like a guaranteed better speed tiers. I have to prep for it and all that. But for the most part, my speed tiers are better than theirs. It's just Terra Sneasler kind of throws a wrench in the things. But that's gonna kind of be like, just because of Zeraora, I have a lot of leverage in speed tier matchups. So it's not like something that I can. It's definitely something that alters how EVs are invested into the teams, but it's not like the deciding factor in every match. Anyways, this is the team we are bringing. We are bringing Shukaberry, Terragrass, Zeraora, because I need something to be able to take hits from a Swampert and also not be able to worry too much about the knockoff. I can't remember the exact reasoning behind why I chose. Like, I think, like I said, my logic was not all there. It was mostly just like, we need to stop Terra Sneasler at any cost. So I had Scarf Jirachi, and I had my new girder that I got from trading in Aggron and Cursula. And I had a mixed, I had like kind of a utility AV Lando this time around. I considered going weakness policy with Rock Polish, but ended up going against it just because I was like, I want more special bulk. And I want the utility of Brick Break in case screens go up from Archaludon, because that's what they used week 1. And I wanted knockoff for item removal. I had red card Toxapex to stop the Sneasler sweep if Unburden went up. And yeah, Scald for burns. But as you can kind of see, like, most of my prep was based around just be faster than Sneasler, which is where this speed comes from. Which is where this speed comes from, which is where this speed comes from, the scarves, all that. And like, yeah, probably not the best prep in all my days. But I did like Scarf Basculegion with adaptability going into this. I thought that was a good idea. I think Scarf Jirachi was a good idea. And then I think Girder was a good idea. I think these are my 3 best choices for prep. This could have been better, but it is what it is. Let's get into the match. The matchup is not exactly what I expected. I expected Lele. So I was really concerned as to how Sneasler was going to get its unburden. I assumed it might be banded because of no Lele. Lele did not match up favorably into me though, so I understand why he didn't bring it. Um, but yeah, I don't remember. I Terra grounded Lando for extra firepower and Terra grassed Aurora just to deal with these two better. Even though this has triple axle in my head, but the snow was like, and quite frankly, if you're looking real close here, the only options my team really has for our Caledon is what's his face, Girder and Lando. So I will need to protect those win conditions in order to win the game because I need this to go down for my other mons to really do much of anything. I'm going to play with music off but sound on. So they lead with whatchamacallit, Alolan Ninetales, which I probably should have expected. I don't believe my I did not have taunt on this, which honestly may have been a misplay in the long term. But I was also afraid of offensive Ninetales as well. So there were multiple threats I had to consider. He ended up going Terra Fighting on his Sneasler and Terra Water on his Beartic. But yeah. So shit, what was it? Right. Let's just play it out. Oh, right. Sound on. Music off. Hold up. I'm sorry. I gotta change to the... There we go. I clicked T-Wave because I wanted to hinder this thing's speed. And if it swapped out, I figured I'd get a good T-Wave on anything besides Swampert. I figure Hex on Basculegion will be nice to take advantage of it. I can now wall break through. They call my switch. Realistically, I probably should have Volt switched, but I don't know. I couldn't really tell you what my plan was there. They switched out into Swampert. I wanted to get a knockoff off no matter what the Pokemon was that got hit, even if it was Sneasler. So I switched out to Girder because this was like my Swampert answer, kind of, which was really not a good idea in hindsight because I knew this thing was going to have knockoff. And I lose my Eviolite extremely quickly, and Jesus, Lapras. Ninetales is loud. I've just lost so much bulk on this, and I decided to correct that with a bulk up, which is a complete mistake. Because now I have to deal with Ninetales. Like, it was okay if this stayed in, but there was no incentive for it to stay in. Or, excuse me, if Swampert stayed in, right? There was just no incentive for that. And now that this is in, and now that it's faster than me, I have to switch out, because the last time it didn't do anything, snow isn't up, it's either attacking or baton passing. And I'm not taking the risk that it attacks. So I go into Jirachi because that is my fairy resist. Figure it's a free switch in. I take 22. In hindsight, I really should have had Wish on this thing, but it is what it is. Body Slam comes out because I want more paralysis, and then they switch in Archaludon. So I have just realized, okay, I really don't have an answer to this thing. Let's throw Girder back in just to see what happens. It gets paralyzed, so it can't do anything. I defog to get the rocks up, which really doesn't do anything because there's nothing stopping it from throwing them again. I think I was Iron Fist here, so the paralysis actually doesn't super help me. I could be wrong. I should have Poison Jabbed, expecting the Ninetales switch out again, or Drain Punched, but instead I clicked Bulk Up again because I was like, why not? And that was a mistake. So now I lose Girder because I don't feel like switching Jirachi and Raw. I want Zeraorin for some more pressure. They don't switch, which means I'm forced to go into Jirachi now. And yeah. Of course, they go right back into Archaludon because it's free. I knew they were probably going into Archaludon, so I U-turned into Lando. Now this is where if I had gone weakness policy and rock polish, I could have won the game on the spot, because I could have set up a rock polish here, and I have EV'd myself so that I would have been capable of taking a triple axle in all of its might. Well, provided it didn't have, like, life orb, right? But I didn't think it was going to have life orb, because this is, like, the rapid spinner. And yeah, I've survived this, but at what cost, right? So instead of clicking Earth Power, I click Knock Off, because I'm like, that's a great idea. And then I get Aqua Jet, because I forget it has a move. And then I actually... Oh, it's not this turn. Okay. I thought it was going to be that turn, but it's a few turns from now. I do disconnect, and I lost my Wi-Fi for a few minutes, which has been a recurring issue as of late, which is why I'm recording this. I'm not streaming it. And it's been, like, a problem for a few weeks. We need to get it fixed ASAP. At this point, I see that, like, I really don't have the best switch-ins to this. If it clicks Earthquake, I'm kind of fucked. So I have to just take the hit. And they don't click Earthquake, and I crit them, but it lives on 1 HP. If I had killed their Swampert here, this would have been a lot better for me, but unfortunately I get knocked off and lose my Scarf, and I just have to accept the fact that this is going to die when it comes back in. And at this point, the game's basically lost. The only thing I have left is to, like, throw my Toxapex in somewhere, because, like, I don't know. This is where I lost my connection after I, oh no, it was actually before I disconnect. I don't quite remember, but I did disconnect, and I forgot that this thing has Aqua Jet. So I Toxic it, because I'm like, what could Beartic do? And then it Swords Dances and kills my thing. I knew it could Swords Dance, but like I said, the disconnect made me forget a few things. I'm like, alright, well, I can get a nice hit off here, maybe, because I am faster. This thing was actually Swift Swim for Rain, just in case I brought Rain. And down goes my fish. And like I said, at this point, the game's lost. I'm just playing for differential at this point. I Volt Switch, and then bring in Jirachi, and of course, Arcaladon. Well, actually, Arcaladon doesn't come out. They're ready to sweep with Sneasler. Now, what would have been cool was if I flinched. If obviously the flinch was nice, but because I'm Scarfed, they can just freely endure at this point, and there's literally nothing I can do unless I called it and I switched out to Zeraora. But there was no way I was calling that in that moment with that mindset of, oh, I've already lost the game, right? And even then, I think if I switched into Zeraora, they probably would have just switched into Arcaladon or Ninetales even. Probably Arcaladon. But yeah, he prepped really well for this match, and I really just did not protect my win conditions enough. So it was kind of a dominant game for that reason. My prep was bad, sure, but my play was definitely really bad too. And Grimmetz just really did prep, like, fantastically for this. I didn't expect Terra fighting at all. Red card ended up hurting me more than helping me. It could have helped, but, like, there's only so much you can do in that position, like, with the way I've been playing. So I'm not discrediting Grimmetz at all. Like I said, absolutely fantastic prep. Did not expect Lychee Berry. I thought it was going to be banded for sure. And yeah, I got my ass kicked. So that's week 2. We are now 1-1, with, I think it's a +2 differential. I think we won 5-0. No, I think I won 4-0 week 1. Yeah, so I'm 1-0 with a 1-1 differential. Maybe. I'm either 1-0 or 2-0. I don't remember. whether I won 4. I think I won 4-0 in that first match, right? Because there were no Lando went down turn 1, and then Absol went down. Yeah, I won 4-0. But yeah, that's week 2. I will see y'all here for week 3. And I'll probably post that. I'll probably actually post that. Today's Tuesday. It'll be on. Call it. Oh, yeah. Call it Friday. Call it Friday. No. Thursday. The update will definitely be Thursday. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good day. I'll catch you around.